We're hearing Bronny James is going to be working out for additional teams before the draft now. It was just the Suns and Lakers, but now we're hearing a bit more reports from Marc Stein of the Stein Line Substack. So I want to hear your guys' your thoughts before we start today's video regarding this new potential workouts. Does that mean he thinks he can get drafted higher, or does this mean the teams didn't like his workouts? I heard they went well. But let's get to it. So what does this report specifically say? So the report writes, the USC guard, Bronny James, was set to have a limited number of workouts ahead of the draft. However, his agent, Rich Paul of Klutch Sports, says that may not be the case. After initially restricting the list, like I aforementioned, to the Lakers and Suns, James may expand that list more. Rich Paul told Marc Stein that a few more workout invitations are being considered. He said the 6'4" combo guard, the guy's 6'1". He's the same height as me. I have a 6'4" wingspan. He has a 6'7", I think. Either way, James is likely to be a second-round pick. Eric Pincus reports that Bronny's expected to be drafted in the second round or maybe the first round by the Lakers. Paul previously said that James will not consider signing a two-way. That combined with doing fewer workouts could limit the number of teams interested in drafting LeBron James' son, Bronny. Now, let me hear your thoughts. Because we all know, and look, I was at the NBA Draft Combine. I saw Bronny. I stood next to Bronny. I asked Bronny a question. And the kid's a nice kid, got a good head on his shoulder, and we talked about it previously. He could be like an Avery Bradley type guy in the NBA, which is like an undersized combo guard who isn't necessarily a primary facilitator, but can be a secondary playmaker for his teammates. Not going to be really a shot creator or a microwave off the bench, but he can hit threes and he'll finish inside. He's an efficient player, has a good head on his shoulders, and he might be a guy that, because his body type, I will say, very, very nice body for an NBA terms. So is there a place for him in the NBA? Of course. Now, do I think he's going to be as good as some people are saying? I don't know. I think that's a tall task, and you're asking for a lot, especially in the sense that, like, I think he's a good kid, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. But like I said, best case scenario, he ends up being and having a career like Avery Bradley. But we all know that, that being due to the fact that he's getting this opportunity because he's probably more of a 3-star guy than, what was he, a borderline 5-star? And it's mainly because of his father. And again, that's fine as long as he takes full advantage of the opportunity, he makes the most of it, which it seems like he can. So whatever happens, I hope the guy succeeds, because if you're casting doubt, or if you're wanting him at back, to have a bad career, that's just sad. Just like, hopefully it all goes well. It'd be cool to see, one of the greatest players of all time, son, have some somewhat of success in comparison to the other guys.